Can you believe it? The UFL is in week 15. 3 weeks left in the inaugural regular season. Fresno's back to work at home. They were just at home against Los Angeles, now in prime time against Vegas. The Bobcats, losers of 3 in a row. Vegas, losers of 2 straight. Something's got to give. And early on, it was Fresno's new, adjusted, whatever you want to call it, quick-fire pass offense that had Vegas on skis. But the Devils would respond. Down 7-0 in the first quarter. Jack Nitro with some room. Down to the 6-yard line, then they bring in the muscle. Vegas ties the game at 7, and it's anybody's game. Second quarter, Vegas tacks on a field goal, 10-7 Devils. Fresno's starting to wobble a little bit just before the end of the first half, 13-7 Devils on top of the Bobcats, and Fresno's not doing much. Enter the chat, Freddie Spencer, their top receiver, pirouettes and catches that one at the 20-yard line. He has been invisible the last 5 games for the Bobcats. Pretty blocking there for Cardiac Squid, 14-13. How about another? This one even more impressive. Down the sideline, Freddie Spencer with a hand in his face. This man is unclaimed, and he is a superstar in the making, Fresno or otherwise. Cardiac Squid with the score, and Fresno's got now 17 unanswered points on Vegas, 24-13, 8 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go, 27-13, 20 unanswered for Fresno. Frank Stern says, all right, enough of this. We can go long too. Glidden with the touchdown, 27-20. Vegas just needs a stop. They got nothing. Cardiac Squid, leave them behind. Fresno snaps the streak, finally finds some offense, and in the final seconds, some defense. A pick 6 ends the night, and Fresno routs Vegas, handing the Devils their first road loss of the season. 41-20. The Bobcats are not going away. They're now 7-7. Vegas drops to 9-5. Miami at Cleveland. Congratulations on your Atlantic Division title, Miami. The first team to clinch a division and get a playoff spot as a result of it. Jaden Swift here to bring him back to reality that, hey, the regular season is not over, and we're going to fight for everything we can get. Cleveland 4-9 coming into the night, not out of the playoffs yet, but they got to win out and get some help. Shy Ronnie, play fake, over to Swift. Jaden Swift gets rid of 2 different Pirates, down to the 8-yard line. Ronnie, touchdown, question mark? Was kind of a tough night for the officials, if we're being honest. 17-3 Cleveland. There was no challenge, and that touchdown did stand. Just before the end of the first half, Rob Crone, watch this play. Bouncing ball off of 2 different bandits, and Buck Wild is there for the touchdown. Miami's got all the momentum. They even get the ball back, but Crone throws a pick 6. Boss Cameron, Cleveland's first interception return for a touchdown on the season. It's 24-10. And to add insult to injury, Cleveland gets the ball back and scores more points before the end of the half. 27-10. Cleveland burying the Miami Pirates, who coming into the night were just 1 game back of the lead in the Great East Conference. They could forget about that for now. Ronnie, play fake. Look at the time. Rip Hubie finally able to get there. Too little, too late. Touchdown Cleveland, 34-10. Annie Beaverhausen in the end zone. This is remarkable. Where has this Cleveland team been all season long? Terrell Cooper with that catch over the middle. Then Crone to Buck Wild again. His second touchdown, taps the toes. 2-point conversion, no good. 34-16. Crone down the middle. Complete to the 6, 5.5 to go. Miami not giving this up. Touchdown, 34-23. Cleveland gets a field goal, almost blocked. The Bandits win 37-23. Cleveland 5-9. Don't sleep on the Bandits. They have scored, 75 points in the last 2 games. Both wins. Florida hosting New Orleans. The 6-7 clause against the 4-9 Florida Sharks. Florida in the same position as Cleveland entering into the night. New Orleans in a 4-way tie for last place in the Great East wild card race. Trying to get a big win on the road. Whisker Lafouche, play fake. Wide open, fooled everybody. Down to the 8-yard line. Greg Scott, that's a touchdown. 7-3, New Orleans. Play fake to Sauce K. Joe Francis, a little bit wobbly, but found Mark Anthony all the same. I feel really bad for Jack Toulouse on this play. Look at Mark Anthony, back of the end zone. What more is there to say about that? Just bow your heads and pay your respects. 10-10. Tie game after New Orleans gets a field goal in the red zone. Then Sauce K breaking tackles, pushing claw defenders forward. Francis, final 2 minutes of the half. Finds Gordon on the sideline. Then Lamont Rutledge beats the press and gets the touchdown. Florida goes up 7. New Orleans just before the half cuts it to 4. Okay, not a bad half from New Orleans. But in the second half, for the second straight week, the Claws go cold. A face mask there helps tack on 15 more for Florida, then a 1-yard touchdown for Sauce K. 24-13 Sharks. They get the ball back. Sauce K still trucking. First down for Florida. Handoff K again. Look at the blocking down the field. Next level. Mark Anthony, an underrated blocker. That's a 1-yard touchdown. Michael Joseph getting the block there for Florida. Everybody's contributing. 31-13. All of a sudden, you look over the scoreboard and the Sharks are up by 18, and there's no time left. Whisker Lafouche back in the end zone. Yeah, that's good, but it's not a win. 31-20. Florida keeps their slim hopes alive. They're 5-9. New Orleans drops to 6-8. Final game to talk about on the night. Montana and El Paso. The Desperados made a brilliant tackle late in their last game against Phoenix to win 34-27. Now they're going to take care of business against Montana, who has not won since May 8th. PJ Slaughter with the touchdown there makes it 7-0. Jason Williams trying to keep this team afloat. Rebuild mode in full effect for the Silvertips, but they would get the score here, 7-3. Montana played a pretty decent game in this one, but you'll find out how it ended tragically for them in just a moment. Kalen Varley with that catch over the middle. We're in the third quarter, 7-3. El Paso still on top. Elliott Pope Jr. slinging it. That's Varley again. 11-16 at that point. Then on second down and goal from the 1, wide open to the back of the end zone, Jordan Herrera. That would not be his most impressive catch. 14-3. Montana down 11. Late third quarter. K. Marion over the middle of that pass is caught. You saw there that Blake Green at that point only had 38 passing yards in the game. Where would a blitz came from? Marion inside the 10. Start of the fourth quarter. Handoff. Jason Williams caught from behind. Another tackle at the 1-yard line for El Paso in back-to-back home games to set him up for victory. Third down and 10. Desperados up 8. 4 minutes to go. Montana needs a stop. Jordan Herrera's down there somewhere. What a grab! Herrera with the catch. And El Paso drives a dagger into the heart of Montana. First down, 2:28 to go. Montana's got to start burning timeouts. And 2 plays later on second down and goal to perfection. Slaughter in the end zone. El Paso wins 21-6. They're 6-8, not out of it yet. That's 9 minutes in UFL heaven.